Imagine your morning routine. You wake up, maybe scroll through your phone, grab a coffee, and head out into the bustling streets. It's so normal, right? But have you ever wondered what life was like before all this? Before skyscrapers, before supermarkets, before even the concept of a city? Let's rewind the clock, way back to a time when humanity lived a completely different existence. For about 95% of human history, we were hunter-gatherers. That's right. For hundreds of thousands of years, our ancestors lived in small nomadic groups, constantly on the move. Their world wasn't made of concrete and steel. It was an endless expanse of forests, plains, and rivers. Their schedule wasn't dictated by a 9-to-5 job, but by the rising sun, the changing seasons, and the migration of animals. So, what did a typical day look like? It was a life of shared responsibilities. Some would venture out to hunt game, a task that required incredible skill, patience, and deep knowledge of animal behavior. Others would forage for edible plants, fruits, nuts, and roots. This wasn't just random picking. They were expert botanists who knew exactly what was safe to eat, what was medicinal, and what to avoid. Every member of the group, from the young to the old, had a role to play and contributed to the survival of the community. You might think this sounds like a constant, desperate struggle for survival. And yes, there were dangers. But archaeological evidence and studies of modern hunter-gatherer societies suggest it wasn't all grim. They likely worked far fewer hours than we do today, maybe just 15 to 20 hours a week. The rest of their time was spent on leisure, storytelling, creating art, playing music, and strengthening social bonds. Their communities were incredibly tight-knit. Since they lived in small groups of maybe 20 to 50 people, they knew everyone intimately. Cooperation wasn't just a nice idea. It was the fundamental principle of their society. Sharing resources was essential for everyone's survival. Their diet was also incredibly diverse and healthy, far more so than the average modern diet. They ate a wide variety of lean meats, fish, fresh fruits, and vegetables, depending on the season and location. This natural, varied diet meant they were often healthier and more physically robust than the first farmers who came after them. Of course, their world was also one without modern medicine, without a guaranteed food supply, and with constant exposure to the elements. Life expectancy was lower, not because everyone died young, but because infant mortality was high. If you survived childhood, you had a good chance of living a reasonably long and healthy life. This way of life began to change around 12,000 years ago with the agricultural revolution. We learned to cultivate crops and domesticate animals. For the first time, we could stay in one place, which led to the first villages, then towns, and eventually, the sprawling cities we know today. This shift brought about incredible innovations, but it also meant losing that deep, daily connection to the natural world that defined our ancestors for millennia. So next time you're stuck in traffic or navigating a crowded supermarket, take a moment to think about that other life. The life of our hunter-gatherer ancestors lived under an open sky in rhythm with the earth. It's a profound part of our human story, a reminder of where we all came from. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into our amazing history. See you next time.